Tell to say hi to the camera. No? Well, apparently my phone decided it was time to take a break. So, Gav closed his eyes. Was there any chance? A while back, there was a young lady, one that I favored? Sirocco's eyes grew larger. He looked around for an escape. You know what happened? Gav said, trying not to sound too pathetically hopeful. Alicia's eyes narrowed as she came to the inevitable conclusion. You would not mind if, Sirocco asked cautiously. If it turned out she had survived the incident, yes, I would not mind. Gav confirmed, swallowing. He did not meet Alicia's eyes. Sirocco blew out a breath. It was a near thing, that one, he admitted. We managed to put her out as soon as your back was turned. And the village folk, they're rather handy. Have the most amazing stock of cantrips and such. Managed to get her stable enough to smuggle her out to a real healing wizard. She was doing fine, last I heard. No real scars, even. Although she didn't have so much of a wisp of hair on her from what I could see. She's a merchant or some such. I think she ran as far as her legs could take her, as soon as the burns healed. Gav let out a breath he hadn't even realized he was holding. Sirocco perked up a little now that he knew his mercurial lord was pleased. All right, Gav said, gathering his thoughts. Bringing you up to date. I'd rather prefer to turn over a new leaf, only Zarakonar, Sirocco said. I don't suppose we could call off this visit, as fascinating as it would be to see that level of evil up close. I mean, the things he does with his voice are amazing, I don't mind saying. I did avoid his caliber for a reason. One cannot act easily if one no longer possesses a face. Unfortunately not, Gav sighed. No, we have 3 wizards and their retinues somehow need to host. Wren here has some experience in castle management herself. If the 2 of you could please collaborate in finding places to store all our guests and keep them out of the village as much as possible, I would be most grateful. Sirocco nodded furiously, relieved to have a task he could perform. All right, out you go, Gav said, and keep up the act. Lay it on as thick as you dare. Wren, a moment. Sirocco bounced to his feet, an entirely different man, and then shook his shoulders. He slouched back into the steward's signature slink and oozed out the door. Did you hear that? Gav said excitedly as soon as the door closed. I didn't kill them. Alicia crossed her arms, unimpressed. You didn't kill those 2. Just terrified one and tortured the other. Mm-hmm. Who knows how many murders you succeeded at, and those 2 were not for lack of trying. Whether or not they actually died, you meant to kill them. You were just incompetent. The familiar rage reddened his vision, and he fought it down. She was right, of course. Although she didn't have to be so blunt, he thought bitterly. He should have known better. If you want to be different from Garavax, you can't keep making excuses for him, she continued implacably. Fine, he said. Just help Sirocco and Orla pull something together so we don't all embarrass ourselves. And for the love of whatever you hold holy, stay as much out of the way of the other wizards as you can. Are you afraid they'll figure things out? She said, just short of taunting. Yes, he said, and believe me, if they do, you'll wish they had only turned you into a chicken. And that's the end of the chapter.